everybody. So I'm so excited to do this video for you guys. I'm going to have probably 4 videos up today, and I apologize that I have been a little bit, I usually try to have videos every couple of days. It's been a week, and I apologize for that. The reason why is because I am busy involved in the National Novel Writing Month. That's Nanowrimo. And I just thought I'd make this video first and explain what Nanowrimo is and encourage all of you to think about participating and why I feel like it is valuable, because it helps you to start finishing stories and telling stories in your own life. And I think that is valuable in living our lives, is if we see and tell stories. That I think that's true both in movies, I think it's true in any kind of medium, and there's something about creating a story that I think is really important. And the National Novel Writing Month, Nanowrimo, is a challenge to produce a 50,000 word novel in the month of November. And I don't know why they picked the month of November. It's really hard, but it kind of just forces you to be extra committed because there are so many more distractions. So in certain ways I can see why they picked November. And you pretty much have to write about 4 pages a day in order to get the 50,000 words done. And it is a challenge, but what makes it exciting is you do not edit, you just keep writing. Write. And even if you think, wow, that paragraph was really bad, I'm going to keep writing. I'm going to keep moving the story forward so that when you finish, you've instead of being stymied at a particular point, which happens when I go to write fiction in general. When I go to write fiction, I get to a point I'm like, I don't know what to do with this character. But Nanowrimo just says, keep going. Even there's times when I'll just write, I don't know what to do with this character. I literally will write that out, and then I'll move on to the next chapter. And then I can come back to that character later on and use that as part of my word count. And I've finished, this is my 3rd year doing Nanowrimo, and I always thought I don't have the time to do it. That seems way too hard, but it turns out I'm actually a really fast writer. And I knew I was a fast writer for nonfiction, but I didn't know I was a fast writer for fiction. So that's really exciting, and there's just something good for the soul when you finish a story that's in your heart. And it's something that makes you think about your own story and your own life. I love a book by Donald Miller, and it's called A Million Miles, A Thousand Dreams. And in there he talks about telling the right story and how he was writing a screenplay about his life, and the editors kept saying, and the producers kept saying, it's not a good enough story. And that was really kind of traumatic for him, that, oh my gosh, my story is not a good story. And so he started thinking about what makes a story good and how that impacts your life. And so that's the greatness of Nanowrimo, is that it gets you to tell a story and to think about your life in terms of story. So I really encourage you to do it. I encourage you to try it. And if you don't finish, what have you lost? A little bit of time, a little bit of effort. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to go. It's free. And it's not a contest, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just a winner. If you finish, you're a winner. And it's just a great thing. I love it, and it's a great opportunity to meet other writers, to go to write-ins if that's your thing, if that's what you like. There's tons of support on the Nanowrimo website. I'll put a link down below. Definitely go check it out. They have pep talks and different strategies for completing your Nanowrimo book. And I'd love to know if you guys are participating in Nanowrimo and what you're writing about. I think that would be really fun to hear about. This year, I am writing about a girl who has never fallen in love, and she ends up having to go back to school, and so she interacts with people that are a lot younger than her, and they're really amazed that she's a virgin and that she hasn't fallen in love. And so it's kind of like a 40-year-old virgin, but without all the profanity, and not as funny. So that's sort of the idea behind it, and I'm really enjoying writing it. So let me know what you're writing, and if you're doing NaNoWrimo, and if you've done it in the past. I'd love to hear your experiences. So thanks so much.